Bulgaria, a country renowned for its picturesque landscapes and rich cultural heritage, is grappling with an insidious problem that threatens its very fabric. The rise of organized crime, driven by illegal logging, human trafficking, drug trafficking, and cybercrime, has reached alarming levels. According to recent reports, corruption and organized crime are costing Bulgaria approximately 3% of its GDP annually, highlighting the scale and impact of these illicit activities. The burgeoning crime wave is having a devastating effect on Bulgaria's young population. Many young people, especially those from impoverished backgrounds, are being lured into the criminal underworld with promises of quick money and a better life. Statistics show that over 20% of young Bulgarians between the ages of 15 and 24 have been involved in some form of criminal activity, either directly or indirectly. The allure of easy money from illegal activities is causing a spike in dropout rates, with current estimates indicating that nearly 15% of students in certain regions leave school before completing their education. Educational institutions are struggling to keep students engaged and on the right path. The normalization of criminal behavior is eroding the moral and ethical foundations of the youth, posing a significant threat to the country's future. Families across Bulgaria are bearing the brunt of the country's crime epidemic. With the rise of human trafficking, many families have lost loved ones to forced labor or prostitution. The emotional and psychological trauma inflicted on these families is profound and long-lasting. Bulgaria is a significant source and transit country for human trafficking. Reports indicate that up to 10,000 people are trafficked through or from Bulgaria each year. Illegal logging and the corruption associated with it have also led to economic hardships for families dependent on the timber industry for their livelihood. The timber industry has seen a decline of about 30% in legitimate operations due to competition with illegal logging. Inflation in Bulgaria has been rising steadily, further exacerbating the economic hardships faced by its citizens. The inflation rate, which hit 6.3% in 2021, has eroded purchasing power and increased the cost of living. As prices for essential goods and services soar, families find it increasingly difficult to make ends meet. The economic instability caused by inflation and the pervasive influence of organized crime has led to a significant reduction in work opportunities. Legitimate businesses are struggling to compete with criminal enterprises, leading to closures and layoffs. The unemployment rate in Bulgaria stands at around 5.4%, but in regions heavily affected by crime, this figure can be significantly higher. Many individuals, particularly the youth, are left with limited job prospects, making them more susceptible to the allure of illegal activities. Unemployment is a critical issue in Bulgaria and is one of the main drivers pushing individuals towards crime. With few legitimate avenues for employment, especially in rural and economically depressed areas, crime becomes an attractive alternative for many. Youth unemployment in Bulgaria is alarmingly high, with estimates suggesting that nearly 20% of young people are without work. This demographic is particularly vulnerable to recruitment by criminal organizations, which promise quick money and a sense of belonging. If left unchecked, the current crime wave could have dire consequences for Bulgaria's future. The erosion of law and order undermines public trust in government institutions, making it difficult to implement effective policies and reforms. Corruption, which is already pervasive, further complicates efforts to combat organized crime. Economically, the impact could be catastrophic. Illegal activities drain resources that could be invested in public services and infrastructure, stunting economic growth. Estimates suggest that corruption and crime cost the Bulgarian economy over $1 billion annually. The involvement of high-ranking officials in criminal networks deters foreign investment, as investors are wary of the risks associated with doing business in a corrupt and unstable environment. Foreign direct investment, FDI, in Bulgaria has decreased by 12% over the past 5 years, partly due to these concerns. The rise of crime in Bulgaria is also straining its foreign relations. The country's reputation as a safe and attractive destination for tourists and expatriates is at risk. Reports of human trafficking and organized crime make headlines globally, deterring potential visitors and investors. Tourism, a vital sector of the Bulgarian economy, is particularly vulnerable. The number of tourists visiting Bulgaria has dropped by 8% over the past 3 years, significantly impacting local businesses and the broader economy. Expats who once viewed Bulgaria as an appealing place to live and work are now reconsidering their options. The increasing crime rates and corruption issues create a hostile environment, prompting many to leave or choose other destinations. Surveys indicate that over 25% of expats in Bulgaria are considering relocating due to safety concerns. Imagine a young family from Western Europe planning a summer vacation in Bulgaria. They are drawn by the stunning Black Sea coast, historical sites, and vibrant culture. However, as they browse travel forums and news sites, they come across numerous reports of human trafficking, corruption, and organized crime. Stories of tourists being targeted by criminals and expats facing constant threats to their safety are prevalent. The parents, worried about the safety of their children, decide to cancel their trip. Similarly, a tech entrepreneur considering relocating to Sofia for its burgeoning IT sector rethinks his decision after learning about the rampant cybercrime and corruption. He fears that his business and personal security could be compromised in such an environment. These scenarios are becoming increasingly common, painting a bleak picture of Bulgaria's international standing. The country's future depends on its ability to address these issues head-on, restoring law and order, and rebuilding trust both domestically and internationally. The situation in Bulgaria is a stark reminder of the far-reaching impact of organized crime and corruption. It affects every aspect of life, from the economy to social structures, and has serious implications for the country's future. Addressing these challenges requires a concerted effort from all sectors of society, including government, law enforcement, and the international community. By shining a light on these issues and taking decisive action, Bulgaria can begin to reclaim its reputation and ensure a safer, more prosperous future for its citizens. The shadows of the green woods must be dispelled to reveal a brighter, more hopeful landscape.